The super smart raven. Hi, I'm Aimee, and I'm so happy you're here. Hey, have you seen any cool animals lately? Today, we're leaving behind fluffy animals and scaling tiny toxic frogs to meet a creature that is jet black, incredibly intelligent, and has captivated human imagination for thousands of years. They aren't just spooky story characters. They are problem solvers, tricksters, and some of the smartest birds on the planet. Put on your explorer hats because we're talking about the raven. First things first, let's look at the bird. You've probably seen a big black bird and thought, oh, that's just a crow. But hold on, ravens are actually distinct. And once you know what to look for, you'll never confuse them again. First, check the size. Crows are about the size of a pigeon, but ravens are much bigger, closer to a red-tailed hawk. They have much larger beaks, too. Next, look at the tail when they fly. Crows have a fan-shaped tail, smooth all around, but ravens? Their tail is shaped like a distinct wedge or V shape. Finally, listen. A crow has a familiar caw-caw sound. Ravens, on the other hand, make a much deeper, croaking, guttural sound, more like a grrr-ronk. It's almost spooky. Vocabulary vault. Their scientific name is Corvus corax. They are part of the Corvid family, which also includes crows, jays, and magpies. And let's not forget that magnificent color. Their feathers are so dark and glossy black that they sometimes shimmer with iridescent hints of blue or purple in the sunlight. Okay, now let's talk about that smart part. This is where ravens truly shine. Scientists have discovered that these birds have problem-solving abilities that rival some primates, like chimpanzees. We know from ancient fables like Aesop's The Crow and the Pitcher that people have long recognized bird intelligence. In a real-life version of that story, scientists have shown that ravens can understand displacement, using objects like stones to raise water levels to reach a treat, and they even know how to choose heavy stones over light, floating ones. They are also tool users, which is rare for animals. Scientists have observed ravens crafting tools out of sticks or wire to hook food out of hard-to-reach places. They can even solve complex multi-step puzzles that require thinking ahead. It's like they have a tiny logic puzzle in their brains. It's because they are so smart, so black, and often so loud that ravens have a huge place in human stories, myths, and legends all over the world, but especially across the northern hemisphere where they live. Vocabulary vault. A group of ravens has one of the coolest collective nouns, an unkindness of ravens, though people often just use unkindness or conspiracy. So if you see a group of ravens, you can say, "There goes an unkindness of ravens." In many indigenous cultures of the Pacific Northwest and other regions, raven is a central figure, often depicted as a clever, powerful, and sometimes mischievous trickster. Stories tell of how Raven brought light to the world by stealing the sun, or how he plays tricks on other animals and people to get food or just to amuse himself. In Norse mythology, the god Odin had two ravens named Huginn, which means thought, and Muninn, memory. Every morning they would fly across the world and return at dinner time to whisper everything they saw and heard into Odin's ear. They were his ears and eyes. Unlike some animals we've learned about that live only in specific swamps or specific continents, ravens are incredibly adaptable. They have one of the widest ranges of any bird in the entire northern hemisphere. Vocabulary vault: they are considered a cosmopolitan species, meaning they live in many different types of environments across the globe. You can find them in the freezing Arctic tundra, across massive pine forests and mountains, deep in blistering deserts, and even right inside big cities. What makes them so successful everywhere? They aren't picky eaters. They are omnivores and scavengers, which means they will eat almost anything. They hunt small animals, eat fruits and grains, rob other birds' nests, and perhaps most famously, feed on carrion, animals that are already dead. Their large beaks are powerful enough to open tough carcasses, showing they are truly built to survive anywhere. Now, you might think a bird this big and heavy would be a slow flyer, but ravens are actually the stunt pilots of the bird world. They love to show off with some serious aerial acrobatics. Vocabulary vault: they are famous for dynamic soaring. Unlike many birds that just flap their wings to get around, ravens love to play in the wind. They can fly upside down, do somersaults in midair, and even perform barrel rolls just for fun. Scientists think they do this not just to hunt, but because they actually enjoy the thrill of it, just like you might enjoy a roller coaster. And here is the craziest secret of all: ravens can talk. In the wild, they imitate other animals like wolves or foxes, but in captivity, they can learn to mimic human words and even the sound of a car engine or a flushing toilet, better than some parrots. They are like the secret voice recorders of the forest. Stop right there, explorers. It's the moment you've been waiting for. Put on your thinking caps because it's time for the Wild Wisdom Challenge. I've got 3 tricky questions to see if you were listening closely to our clever raven results. Are you ready? Let's jump in. What are 2 ways to tell a raven apart from a crow? Ravens are much larger and their tails are wedge-shaped or V-shaped when they fly, unlike a crow's fan-shaped tail. Name one incredible way ravens use intelligence. They can solve multi-step puzzles, create and use tools, and understand displacement, like in Aesop's fables. What is the Norse god Odin's pair of ravens called? Huginn and Muninn. Okay, it's time for some true or false questions. True or false? Ravens only live in spooky castles. They are found across almost all of the northern hemisphere, in forests, deserts, mountains, and cities. True or false? A group of ravens is called a conspiracy. True, also an unkindness. True or false, ravens eat only meat. False. They're omnivores and scavengers, so they eat plants, insects, fruits, grains, and carrion. Great work. I'm so proud of you. You've got a curious mind, and that is your greatest tool for adventure. Let's wrap up this ravenous learnathon with some jokes. What did one raven say to another? Don't worry, you'll never more be lonely. Get it? Like the famous Edgar Allan Poe story? Nevermore? Why are ravens such good writers? Because they always have a quill handy. I hope you had just as much fun as I did learning about the incredible raven today. If there's another animal you want to learn about, maybe one that chirps or one that hisses, send me an email at aimee@animalswithaimee.com. To all the grown-ups, if you want to join Aimee's Animal Lovers Club for more fun activities and ways to help animals just like the raven, visit animalswithaimee.com. That's Aimee spelled AIMEE, animalswithaimee.com. Remember, animals are special, just like you. So always be kind, gentle, and caring to all animals.